What is up, people? Welcome to the Game Week 3 stream, or at least the last stream before Game Week 3. Team's already up on the screen. As you can see, I've made a transfer. By the video title, you'll know that I've actually already made my captain decision as well. So I'm good to go this week, and hopefully we'll get you guys in a good to go position. Answering all your questions very shortly, but let's just see who's in today. Jack, Fozzie, as always, and Phil, how's it going? FPL Physio, what's up? Gotta sort out my webcam. No one ever complains about it, but it does my head in. It's keeps freezing. I don't know how people aren't moaning at me. You'd think that would be something that everyone would be moaning at. You'll be captaining Kane in Game Week 3. You're trusting me. Oh, I wouldn't do that. Do I not think De Bruyne will score? Yeah, probably. You might do. I'm just hoping that De Bruyne, Eriksen can do just as well, if not better, for less money. Have I seen Sigurdsson's goal? Yes, it was awesome. Like halfway line, smashed it. I remember early 90s, like a Tottenham player doing that. Can't remember his name. Remember seeing it on like a past goals video ages ago. You think Eriksen captain is the way to go? Possibly. He's in pretty good form. I think if anyone in my team is going to go big this week, it's probably going to be Kane. FPL Playboy, how's it going? You're in the queue at Burger King, Fozzie. That is dedication. Tuning into the stream anyway. You're a Spurs supporter and Eriksen's the safest Spurs player. I know, but... And I know Eriksen can go big. And I think I said on the last stream or on one of the videos this week that captaining a player that guaranteed to score you points that you're not necessarily sure will haul is not the worst thing in the world, to be honest. Do you know what I mean? You kind of want just some points from your captain. You don't necessarily... It doesn't have to be a haul every week, even though that's what we really want. But I think Kane can match Eriksen and is more likely to go bigger. So I'm going to go for Kane. But Kane doesn't score in August. Yeah, I really hope he scores this week. Otherwise, that myth... Although I suppose it's not a myth when... It's happened so often. We'll continue into next season, which will just do my head in, but not a lot I can do about that. Why have I got Daniels? Good question. I thought he was going to do a bit better in the first couple of fixtures. I probably should get rid of him. I kind of want Trippier though. So I'm kind of waiting on Aurier, I suppose, a bit. But the problem with that is I'm going to be waiting past Game Week 3. But I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't think his appeal's even been quashed, so he can't travel out the country, basically. Burnley are terrible away from home. They are. Well, I'm not expecting Burnley to win in any possible way, really. But doesn't mean they'll get smashed, though. Why not include Pogba? He's going to score a penalty this week. And, well, for a few reasons. One, I've already got 2 Man United attackers. And 2, we don't know he's on penalties. Bet you're looking forward to sorting that defence out. Jesus, double Okay, people really going on the defence. I mean, double Southampton defence in Game Week 1 was decent. Game Week 2 failed. So that's 50% clean sheet rate. Can't really be expecting too much more than that, I suppose. Yeah, I love when people come in and they just tell me who to get rid of. By the end of a stream, I've got to get rid of about 10 players with 1 transfer. Atsu, yes, is a potential issue, but let's see how he goes in the next 4 weeks. You know, he's 5 million. I don't have much choice when it comes to upgrades, to be honest. Maybe Loftus-Cheek, actually. He's looked decent. Daniels, yes, is a problem. I just don't know who I suppose Phil Jones is the one I should go for. I kind of like the idea of having 2 free transfers after the international break, especially with Sanchez around. Imagine if Sanchez goes mad against Liverpool. I do kind of have... I don't have a Sanchez plan, but I've looked at it. And it's probably going to need Lukaku or Kane gone. I don't really see a good way of doing it otherwise. Maybe with wildcard, but I'd probably have to go really cheap elsewhere, and I'm not sure it's worth it. I'm not really too worried about Sanchez right now. It's 12 minutes, very expensive, but if he does well against Liverpool, looks like he's playing well with Lacazette or something like that, it'd be a nightmare. Sanchez for Kane. Nah, if anyone goes, to be honest, it'll be Lukaku, but I'm going to find it hard to get rid of Lukaku. I mean, obviously, if Kane keeps blanking, that's a different story, but I don't think that's going to happen. And his fixtures are so good, whereas Lukaku's really aren't. And Arsenal have really nice fixtures between game week 4 and 10, so if Sanchez can step it up, I'd even maybe look at Lacazette, to be honest. Bench order reasoning is because I haven't changed it. I'll probably put Carroll first, to be honest. How's it going, Jossie? Yeah, Atsu to Loftus-Cheek for the cash is an option, but I don't feel like I need to do that this week. Yeah, I mean, I could get Jones in. The thing is, I really want Trippier. I just don't really know about him. But yeah, I could get Jones in. I mean, it won't cost me any points hits. It just means I've only got one going into the international break, which might not be a huge issue. I've got my wild card to back me up. I will keep faith with Kane even if he blanks against Burnley, because I think Swansea's a good fixture for him too. So, do I advise Eriksen for De Bruyne or save the free transfer? I don't really know about that one, because for me it was a bit easier because I had 2 free transfers and not really too many. I mean, I could have kept De Bruyne and done Daniels to Jones and still had 2 free transfers. I mean, City have got Bournemouth. Chances are they win that game, and they win it well. So De Bruyne could be involved. I think if you've only got 1 free transfer, there's an argument to save it, to be honest. Oh yeah, there's polls as always. Top right hand corner, you can hover over the eye on a PC, or if you're on a tablet or something like that, you can just click in the top right hand corner and vote on the polls I got up. I think I got 4 up tonight. So how many transfers? People seem to like that, so I just put that on again. Will you wildcard before game week 4, i.e. will you wildcard over the international break? How will you fund Sanchez, if at all? And who's your game week 3 captain? Again, I can't have loads of options, so captain I have to kind of narrow down a bit. I am Daniels to the bone. I don't know, I mean, I look at Suttner and Daniels and think neither of them are going to keep a clean sheet, so who's got the better chance at attacking threat? Probably Daniels, though obviously he's got the tougher fixture. How's it going, Trev? I'm a Spurs fan. We go for Trippier. We won't sign Aurier. We only sign players you have to Google. Yeah, fair enough. You guys forgot to discuss Alonso. Yeah, I think time just got in the way of that one. I mean, Mark did say it a few times and never got around to it. Why Kane? You will see no goals from Kane. Kane doesn't keep blanking for too much longer, I don't think. Are Burnley that bad? No, I don't think they are. That's what I'm saying. I think Burnley will lose, but they're not going to get smashed. I just think even if it's like 2-1 to Spurs, then Kane could get 2 goals, whereas I think Man United will beat Leicester. I just don't know how comfortable we'll do it and how involved Lukaku will be. And again, there's probably a goal there for Lukaku. That's why I said on the Scoutcast. I was definitely going to keep Kane, but I didn't know if I was going to captain him. So, but I probably am captaining him now. Hence the video title. It looked pretty bad now for change. Man City going to smash Bournemouth. Could happen. Could happen a few times last year. Can you create me a squad? I use one. No, I'm not going to create you a whole squad with your wildcard. At least have a bit of a think yourself. Happy to answer any questions, like if you've got, do you know what I mean, X player versus X player, but doing a whole squad, I don't think people want to watch me do that. Oh, I've mentioned the polls, Physio. Top right hand corner, click the little eye, get going, get going. What's my wildcard plan? Honestly, no plan. I'm just waiting and seeing when I need it. You're worried about Maguire and Morgan bossing Lukaku? I don't know if they'll boss him. I think we've got enough there to cause Leicester problems. But yeah, I'm not expecting. I'm expecting Lukaku and Kane both to score. I just feel like Kane's got a better chance to go big this week out of the two. So I'm kind of going for that. Do I care more about fixtures or form? Form for the most part, but I think I do take fixtures into account a lot more than other managers do. Am I worried about not owning Alonso? Not really. I've barely given Alonso any thought. Someone said in the last stream about how, you know, Alonso at 7-man defender was better than the midfielder. Again, I know that's been brought up loads. And when I said, yeah, he's probably better than Gabbiadini, that did kind of ring a... Well, it was kind of a light bulb moment that actually, yeah, maybe I should just go 4-4-2. But I know I won't last playing that, so... Honestly, barely given Alonso a thought, so not worried, nope. Stevens is a worry, yeah. Yoshida just signed a contract. I don't know if that means too much, but obviously it means Southampton want to keep him. They've just signed a new centre-back. Van Dijk's still not gone. I mean, if Van Dijk stays, then Stevens is screwed. Well, Ibra, I don't know when Ibra is going to be fit. I think he's got another at least month or two out, so we should be good for him. I don't think he's going to suddenly come in and take Lukaku's place. But there's no way he's signed just to sit on the bench either, so I'm kind of in two minds about that. I mean, I'm sure he's going to be used a bit. I mean, Mourinho said something about the second half of the season, so maybe he sees it a bit more for... You know, we've got Europe and stuff to contend with in the second half of the season, FA Cup, League Cup, all that kind of stuff. Does Ibra impact Mkhitaryan? No, I don't think so. I don't see Mourinho playing two up front, not Lukaku and Ibra. I don't think the price really has anything to do with it, to be honest. I just think Lukaku offers a bit more now than Ibra does. I mean, Ibra's still a great player, but he's a bit slower. Likes to hold up play and drop deep, whereas Lukaku's on the last man, and we need that. Gabbiadini to Chicharito. Yeah, it's an option, but I don't feel like it's one I have to make now. Like, I think it looks like Chicharito might do well, but Gabbiadini's just scored for me. He's got two nice fixtures coming up. I don't feel like I have to get rid of him, to be honest. And yeah, as someone said to me, Eddie Guna, I'm playing it boring so far. No hits. We've still got 2 free transfers, potentially going into game week 4. Crazy. I will give Jones a proper think. Why does everyone want Kane in? Because you got to look sometimes past the points that they've not scored, basically. But Kane's stats are ridiculous. At some point, that ball's going in the net. And he's got really good fixtures and good captainable fixtures. What's the ale? It's blackcurrant squash and water. Someone said to me, just maybe explain the free hit. So you basically click that button and then you can change your team to any other amount of play. Well, any other players you want, as long as you have the budget for it. For any given game week, but that's it then. Once you use it once, you can't use it again, and then your team reverts back to the previous team afterwards. No, I haven't used both my transfers, just one, De Bruyne to Eriksen. Atsu is a gamble, yeah. The thing with Atsu is, when a player's like 5 million, if he scores a goal against West Ham, and granted, yeah, that's probably not that likely, but let's say he scores a goal against West Ham, maybe gets a bonus or 2, then that's what, like 8 or 9 points. Then 9 points over 3 games, 3 points per game is not the end of the world for 5 million. Moy or Richarlison? The thing with Moy is, like, he's 100% nailed. He's on a few set pieces, maybe on penalties. He's 0.5 cheaper. Richarlison looks really good. It's only a couple of games. Will he definitely play? I mean, he will in that form, but Watford don't have greatest fixtures, so I feel like Richarlison's a bit more of a punt than Moy is. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Rashford wouldn't know. I know that didn't get enough credit. It didn't get the credit that it deserved, to be honest. Less alcohol equals fewer hits. Nah, I don't know. I don't know if that... Well, obviously it's not alcohol-fueled, all my hits, but... I don't know. I just don't feel like I need them right now. I thought about getting Alonso. Yeah, I chatted about it just a minute ago. I haven't really. Problem is, I can't remember who said it now. I think it was someone on Fantasy Football Scout. They basically said, as soon as you put a 7 million defender in your team, that's the person you'll always look to downgrade to get money. And they're probably right. There is no doubt in that Alonso is going to get points. I get that. But for me to get him in, I now have to take a hit. I don't want to take a hit to bring him in. I don't think that's worth it. I'll consider Alonso on a wild card, but until then, I don't think I'm going to get him. That could all change, but... Daniels to Jones looks like a no-brainer. Yeah, I could be right. Would I think about upgrading Salah to Mane? No, I mean, I'd have to see a few more weeks of both of them first before I decide that Mane's worth the 0.5 million extra. Stop spamming. I'm not gonna do a whole wildcard team now. Yeah, Sanchez's fixtures are ridiculous. So just like for anyone that hasn't checked or didn't see my tweet earlier, let me just pull up. Let me just pull up Arsenal's fixtures. So obviously game week 3 they've got Liverpool. That's not the end of the world. But after that it's... So between game week 4 and 10 they've got Bournemouth at home, West Brom at home, Brighton at home. In fact, those 3 home fixtures are game week 4 to 7. And that's got Chelsea away in between, which isn't ideal, but those 3 are ridiculous. Then Watford away, Everton away, and Swansea at home. In fact, to be honest, when I tweeted that earlier, it didn't really click, or I didn't pay proper attention that Bournemouth, West Brom, and Brighton, all at home, game week 4 to 7. That's crazy. I would argue that Lukaku might... Could you get rid of Lukaku? I don't know. If if Sanchez scores a goal, like let's say he gets like a goal or assist, looks really good against Liverpool, it's going to be very tough not to bring him in, to be honest. Now, with 2 free transfers, I could do that in without a hit. I could do Salah and Lukaku to Sanchez and Firmino. So, I've thought about that. Because I'm going to probably captain Kane most of the time. If I think Sanchez is good, then he could be a captain option. I'm probably not going to captain Lukaku many times. Maybe game week 7, which is Palace at home. But who do Spurs have in that week? Huddersfield away. And obviously, Arsenal have one of their really good fixtures. Right, this guy's doing my head in. Oh, if Hazard hits the ground. I know, I will find it hard to sell Lukaku, seriously. But I mean, sometimes you've got to try and separate real football and FPL. Yeah, no, I agree, Ben. So, Sanchez could be out on the wing. And he may be off penalties. We don't know that yet. There's a good chance that Lacazette's on them. But the thing is, they're playing like a 3-5-2, aren't they? Or a 3-4-3. So I don't know if Sanchez is going to be stuck out on the wing. I almost feel like him, Ozil, and Lacazette will kind of fluidly intertwine, I suppose is the word. Interchange is probably better. You've already used your free transfer and Walker is injured. No, Walker's not injured, he's sent off. Oh my god. So yeah, you can, if you've got really bad choices, you can take a hit to get rid of Walker, but otherwise play one of your other players, basically, if you've got a decent option on the bench. My thoughts on Morata are, I think Morata looks good, and I think for 10 million that also looks good. I want to see him when Hazard's back. I think that's only going to help him, but at that point then, there's only 0.5 million difference between the two, so maybe maybe we want to go Hazard instead of Morata, but fixtures-wise, they're not fantastic, so I'm not in a rush to get Morata, but I do like him. I mean, if Sanchez makes Lacazette a better option, that's even better, because you could do Lukaku to Lacazette. You save yourself 1.1 million. You can upgrade elsewhere. And you've got Arsenal, good Arsenal option then. But again, you're getting rid of Lukaku, who's nearly owned by 60% of all players. Has he hit that yet? 57.5. Of all players, so yeah, I don't know. You're bricking it the Man City click against Bournemouth. Bournemouth don't do parking the bus. Yeah, it's a risk, to be honest, to get rid of their players this week. Like I said earlier, I got rid of De Bruyne. I found it a little bit easier, probably, just because I was getting Eriksen in. And I had 2 free transfers. But if I had someone like... I don't know, if I had Jesus or Aguero, I'd find it a bit tougher to get rid of, I think. Even for Kane. But I suppose if you're captaining Kane, it's a bit of a different story. You can have 5 in midfield and have Pogba. Yeah, I did consider that, but no, I don't think so. Damn, these people must have lots of different accounts. Can I name 5 players that are ones to get, please? Oh man, did I put 3k subs in my about section? Jesus Christ. Keep passing all the milestones without even realising. Yeah, I mean, there's... like, okay, we'll do 5 players if I was wildcarding right now. Pogba or Mkhitaryan, whichever one you prefer. Kane, Eriksen. That's 3. Probably get Phil Jones, to be honest. 5 million. And right now, I don't know. If I was wildcarding right now, I would hate it. Because I'd want Sanchez, I think. And, like, who wants to put Sanchez in before he's even played? You've asked me 30 times. You've asked the same question 30 times. Well, stop spamming, first of all. And just to let you know, there's a message coming in every 2 seconds right now. So there's no way I can get to all of them without just answering without any other input. So chill out. If you think Jones on a wildcard is a necessity, surely you would get him with Daniels. Yeah, but I'm not wildcarding, so it is a bit different. Where are your moderators? You should be focused on streaming, not dealing with these spammers. I got to do a bit of both. Actually, I can monitor a few different people, actually. Let's get a few of the regulars. There you go. Welcome to moderation. Nathan Redmond's stats over the first 2 games looking hard to ignore. I think I'm happy enough to ignore Redmond, to be honest. Yeah, thoughts on Trippier? I'm basically waiting for Pochettino to tell us stuff. Yeah, just for like anyone I just gave moderation to, like, I prefer timeout, but if they'd be an absolute dickhead, ban them. Nope, no more modding now. Mods are done. Cheers, Connor. Good to have you around. You play by accident, you're free hit. What should do and what players? Well, triple Spurs, for sure. Oh, I can't believe people are hitting free hit. I can't believe that chip isn't cancelable, which is an awful term, but that's a real shame. How's it going, Chris? You're doing nothing this week. Could transfer out De Bruyne and Jesus, but you want 2 free transfers for the international break. What do I think? Yeah, fair enough. 2 free transfers. I mean, Man City could do well. I don't think that's the worst decision, to be honest. It's not even anywhere close to the worst decision. Do I listen to the FML FPL pod? I've never even heard of it, to be honest. Kane or Lukaku for captain? Well, the title of the stream will give you my answer to that, I think. Do I think Kolasinac will be benched? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think a lot of people thought the free chip was for getting rid of a -4. Who starts for Liverpool in the front three against Arsenal? I'd be very surprised if they don't start with first 11. So, Firmino, Mane and Salah. I'd be very surprised if they don't start against Arsenal. If it was an easier team lower down the table maybe, or a team that you'd expect to be lower down the table by the end of the season, I think maybe Firmino or Mane would get rested, but... Will Salah leave my team if he doesn't start? Yeah, probably. I'll tell you what I've actually thought of is I could do Salah to Ali. That'd be triple Spurs attack. That'd be a bit different. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I mean, with the money I've got now, I could have a defence of Jones, Bertrand and Trippier. That would be pretty decent, I think. And I don't mind people asking, like, who should I captain, who should I get? Because, like, that's kind of the whole point of the stream, is to answer questions. But I'm not going to be making people's wildcard teams for them. Ali is due a brace. Yeah, I think Ali's going to do well. And as Mr. TFF pointed out... Oh, no, Zofar, I think. He's not... he's suspended for Champions League, which is good. Well, not that they're going to make it far through the Champions League, I don't think. I'm an FPL legend? No, I don't think so. Check polls are too early. Nah, we'll leave it. We've only been half an hour. Anyone who's in the stream, do make sure to vote on the polls. Try and get as many votes as possible. And then I'll read them out in about half an hour or so. I usually like to do them around the hour mark. And while you're doing that, there's 350 people watching. If you all go and hit that like button, if you're enjoying the stream, that would be awesome. Be much appreciated. AJCC, new to the stream. Hey. Jeez, hang on a second. Let's get rid of this guy. Davies or Trippier? So Davies is a bit annoying because he's 5.6 million. So if you've got a bit of money in the bank, it's okay. But for me, like, I've only got 0.5, so I can't get him. But he's on a few set pieces. And no one really knows what's going to happen with Danny Rose. Like, he might be sold. We don't know when he's going to come back from his injury. So Davies probably looks the better pick right now. It depends how much you think Spurs are going to sign Aurier, and I'm not convinced they're going to be honest. So I think Trippier is going to be first choice, and Kyle Walker-Peters is going to be backup. So we'll see. Davies didn't start the last match. Yeah, he did. Rose won't be sold. Yeah, it would be pretty not strange, unlikely. Davies is more money. Yeah, I mean, if I knew that Trippier was going to be first choice, I'd definitely get him. Obviously, he's going to be first choice, but what I mean is, if they're not going to buy anyone. What do I think about the Champions League draw? I like the draw for Man United. It's a shame we have to go to Russia, but... How do I rate City currently? I find City really annoying. They just frustrate me to watch. They should be better than they are. Maybe that'll all come to fruition against Bournemouth, but... I don't know, I'm happy enough not having their players for now. Has Sigurdsson scored again, or are you still talking about his first goal? Because that was very good. Do I think Trent Alexander... No, is it Trent Arnold-Alexander or Alexander-Arnold? I don't know. TAA for Liverpool. Do I think he'll play? Yeah, I think he will, even though he played against Hoffenheim. I think they're going to go first 11 against Arsenal. Plus, it's like Wednesday to Sunday they got to wait for. I think they're good. Dennis, I'm watching you. You'll be smashed in Russia. No chance. Salah price drop tonight, back to 9 million. Yeah, I'm not too bothered about that, I don't think. Am I going to make a Champions League fantasy team? No, I don't think so. Honestly, I wouldn't know enough about the players on offer. Like, I'd know all the popular ones, but when it comes to like saving money by getting cheapies in, I'm not sure. You have Ake and King. Should you take a -4 hit just to take Ake out? No, I don't think so. I don't think it's worth a hit. Kolasinac for Alonso. I mean, Alonso is the better option, sure, but he's 1 million more. If you're happy to spend that money, then yeah, Alonso's a better option than Kolasinac. Is Andy Carroll a living god? Hell no. How's my draft side going? So 2 wins in 2 for my draft. In the one that's kind of being covered by the Premier League. I've got a few waivers on the go. I can't say what they are in case people are watching. But it's safe to say I'm trying to get rid of Tom Ince. Ake to Maguire could be worth it. Maybe long term, but I don't particularly like Leicester's fixtures that much. Plus not for a hit, surely. Oh my god. So many idiots in today. Richarlison, yeah, he does look decent. Conor McGregor or Mayweather? I'm really rooting for McGregor, but I don't think it's going to happen. Do I think KDB's price will fall? Yeah, probably. Just don't know how long it's going to take. Opinions on Valencia for Trippier. Yeah, if Trippier's going to play, then yeah, I absolutely think he's much better value than Valencia. And Antonio looks good. How do waivers work? So you put in basically a bunch of waivers that you want, so basically a bunch of transfers, and then they go through in priority order through the league, starting with the lowest ranked person. So the lowest ranked person will get their #1 priority, then the next lowest rank will get their #1, and then it goes to #2, etc., etc. Will Lukaku be essential in FPL this season? I mean, I'd say he's essential-ish right now. That's not going to last. And I don't even think he probably is essential status, but 3 goals and 2, high ownership. You might struggle if you leave him out. Chelsea or United to finish higher United this season, I think. How do I feel when my attackers are just playing my defence? Do you just deal with it? Yeah, generally. It depends, really. If you're in my position, you go Bertrand to Alderweireld. I looked at Spurs' centre-backs today, but they're all 6 million. Just not that interested, really. I definitely don't want to get rid of Bertrand with Daniels and Stevens in my team. Daniels just doesn't look like a good option right now, and Stevens who might lose his place. So I think getting rid of Bertrand's just a luxury that I just don't have. If you are new around here, by the way, don't forget to hit that sub button. Let's see how many we're on, actually. 3,230. 3,241, so we've already gained at least 10 more tonight, so that's awesome. And don't forget to hit that like button if you are enjoying the stream. If you haven't already. Obviously, 94 of you already have, so you're absolute legends. Any thoughts on Alonso if one has 7 million to spare? I mean, sure, if you've got 7 million to spare, boom, job done. Alright, Matt, so you're saying Daniel to Trippier. I also agree that that is the best move. What are the chances you sign a new right back, do you think? Cast your mind back to last season. If anyone had said to not remove Ibra as his blanking may continue, would you tell your past self to keep Ibra? I think I got rid of Ibra, didn't I? And then I got him straight back. If that question's directed to me, I have no intention of getting rid of Kane, to be honest. Not yet. Do I think Alderweireld is a decent standalone option? I mean, if he can get back his goal scoring, I don't think he scored many. I don't think he scored many goals last year, but he did the year before. So if he can get back to that, then yeah, 6 million is going to be great. But I just feel like Trippier and Davies are the ones you really want. Do you sub out Daniels for Redmond to go 3-4-3? Yeah, definitely. You definitely don't play Daniels ahead of Redmond, not this week. Should you go Eriksen for captain this week or stick with Lukaku? You don't have Kane. I mean, not having Kane doesn't come into it, to be honest. If Eriksen and Lukaku are your options, just pick them on based on which one you think's best. And they're both in really good form. You'd argue that Burnley's probably slightly better fixture, but I don't think it's hugely better, to be honest. Knowing Spurs, you don't think any transfer will happen to transfer deadline day. Yeah, see, that's going to be so annoying. If I get Trippier in, then they sign a new right back over the international break, and I've only got one transfer then, and I've got Trippier, Stevens as well. It's a nightmare. Have I ever been spotted in real life? No. How's it going, Espen? Kane injured in training. That sounds like fake news. Anyone going Ali captain? Not a bad choice. No, not a bad shout, I don't think. I think the problem is, unless people had Ali to start, they've all bought in Eriksen. You're going to take a punt on Eriksen for captain. I don't think that's a punt, to be honest. I think that's a good choice. I think Eriksen, Ali, Kane and Lukaku are all looking good. I mean, you could even argue that Mkhitaryan and Pogba are okay. Yeah, cheers for removing all those messages. Obviously, I'd say it's probably one or two people with nothing better to do. What do I think of Harry Maguire's prospects after this week? Hang on a second. I think they're pretty... Hang on, did Maguire get a knock? He's yellow flagged. Yeah, so it's Man United away and Chelsea at home, which is not great. And then it's Huddersfield away, so they might get a clean sheet there. But obviously, you mostly want the home games. Then it's Liverpool at home. I'd expect Liverpool to score. Then it's Bournemouth away. They might have started scoring by then. I mean, in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... In the next 6 fixtures, the only one I really want a lesser defender for is West Brom at home in game week 8. So I'm not that bothered about getting them in, to be honest. Not just yet. You say it's a punt due to the fact that Lukaku is a reliable option. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I suppose it's a punt when the majority are going to captain Lukaku. Fair enough, if you look at it like that. But I think if you look at it in terms of what are the chances he's going to get points, I think Eriksen's quite a high chance of that. So it's not a punt in my eyes because of that. Any plans for Sanchez? No, not really, but I do have ways to get him in. So we'll see. Give me just a sec. You've done some research on Alderweireld. Last season, he had more shots inside the box than Cahill. He's a bit unlucky with his conversion. Cahill scored 6 and Alderweireld scored 1. Wow. Well, to be fair, you've done some pretty good research this season so far. That's come out on top. So go for it. If that's what you think, go for it. But I don't think I'm gonna get it. Gonna do it. Sorry. So just 1 second. Anyway, sorry about that. Yeah, vote on the polls. We'll go through them soon. Gabbiadini versus Chicharito. I think Chicharito probably wins with the fixtures, but I'm happy. If you've got Gabbiadini, I think you keep. Absolutely nice. You have Richie. Let's hope for some points this week. Yeah, finally get some points. Does Richie deserve one last week? If you've really got nothing else to do, then you can maybe think about getting rid of him. I just think West Ham at home looks like a good fixture. They're not exactly keeping loads of clean sheets, to be fair. Is Candyland still in the playlist? Yeah, it was on earlier, actually. I'll put it on right now. Is Bailly the best defensive option for Man United? He's the best in terms of price and nailed onness. But I think Phil Jones looks a better option for $1 million less. Potentially even Blint if he keeps his spot, but we don't know if he's going to longer term. But for now, he looks good. Will I play Daniels over Sutton this game if I don't sell him? Yeah, probably. Have you got a plan to upgrade Atsu if Newcastle's still at poor? I don't, to be honest. There's just no downgrades I really want to do. Maybe Salah to Antonio. That would give me $6.5 million to spend on Atsu, so I could get someone like Hesse or Richarlison. But I don't know. I think someone asked me about Antonio. I like him. I think for West Ham, he's my favourite option ahead of Chicharito. Should you take Daniels out of De Bruyne? So I took De Bruyne out, but Daniels is probably the one that needs to go more. Best $4.5 million defender you can't decide. I mean, there's Lowe. That's probably not how you pronounce it, from Huddersfield. Maybe Fosu Mensah from Crystal Palace, but I'm not sure they're going to keep many clean sheets, to be honest. Or who else? Someone from Burnley, maybe. They got a couple of good home fixtures coming up, actually. The Burnley guys. Can see some clean sheets there. Thanks for asking the question. Good night. Boom. Question answered. He's off. Is Van Arnott a good option? I've gone off Van Arnott quite a bit. I mean, 5.5 million, I just think it's too expensive. When do I think Lindelof will start? I don't know. He might get a game like in a cup or something like that. I don't know. I don't know if he'll get a start. Maybe Champions League, something like that. Although it seems a bit harsh to throw him straight in at Champions League, so we'll see. I mean, he might just get a few, like, I don't know, last 20 minutes or there, but I don't know. It could be a while. I mean, he treated Mkhitaryan like that last year. Who am I planning to captain in Game Week 4? Well, Sanchez when I rage transfer him in, probably. But no, in all seriousness, out of the players I've got right now, let me have a look. So who do Liverpool have? Liverpool have Man City, yeah, fair enough. Arsenal look the best. I mean, I'd happily captain Lukaku against Stoke, I think. Yes, it's not as good as having an Arsenal player, potentially, but I'm not going to have the perfect captain every week, I don't think. What's the best site/app for stats? I mean, for free, probably like Squawker or Who Scored. But I love Fantasy Football Scout for how the stats are laid out and how easy it is to create tables and stuff. That's what I use. Rashford or Gabbiadini? Gabbiadini. I think Rashford, there's always a chance he gets rested here and there. I think Martial might start this week. I think he's done enough to deserve a start. Do I not fancy Britos at Watford? I just don't really like Watford's fixtures, to be honest. Yeah, is it? I don't think it probably is Low. I don't think that's how you pronounce it, but yeah, that guy from Huddersfield that everyone's saying. Yeah, you got to pay for the FFS membership. I think it's decent though. Try it out. Well, you can't really try it and get a refund, but is Hazard back? No, not yet. But when he is back and Sanchez is back, we're in real trouble. Is Martial worth a punt over Mkhitaryan and Pogba? No, it's a punt too far. I think this early in the season, you don't know if he's going to start. I mean, I think he probably. Well, I think he might. 2 goals in 2 games coming off the bench. I think Rashford's looked okay. But yeah, I'd like to see Martial start. I think he's done enough to deserve it. You have 8.1 million. Who should you get? I don't know. What position are you trying to fill? For me, avoiding all Man City players is the best thing to do. Never know who's going to pop up on the score sheet. I think if you gave everyone a wild card right now, they would probably not go for Man City players for the most part. Am I set on saving the transfer? No. I'll wait and see what Pochettino says tomorrow about Trippier. He's the one I really want, to be honest. Phil Jones, yes. Good option for 5 million, but definitely prefer Trippier. Will I stick with Kane captain? Do you think I'll change it to play it safe? No, because I see Kane as a safe option, to be honest, this week. I really don't see it as a huge punt over Lukaku. Who to get? You have 7 million for a striker. I don't know. I quite like Gray at Watford. Again, the fixtures aren't great with Watford. Alonso injured. That sounds like fake news. Let me have a look, because that'll be all over Twitter if he was injured. I think you're lying. Espen's been here since 10 subs. I know, Espen, you've been around a long time. Oh, Matt, that is awful. Great. Get it, I get it though. Yeah, I mean, if they don't sign a right back, Trippier is definitely going to start, of course. Best pub in Galway to watch a game? Don't know, really. Last 2 times I've gone out to try and watch a game, I've ended up having bloody hurling on. Well, look, I've been here since 0 subs. So get me. How's it going, Ben? Don't forget, we've got nearly 400 people watching, so anyone that's enjoying it, if you want to go and hit that like button, that would be awesome. We're on 125. We can get to 200 soon. Before the stream's anywhere near over, that would be awesome. Alright, people. Let's stop spamming about Alonso until... If Alonso's injured, someone tweet me the news. The source. And then we'll talk about it for real. I'll mod people as and when. Let's not keep asking for it now. I do appreciate everyone that's modded tonight, though. Alright, everyone's saying Alonso's injured. Hang on, someone's tweeted me. Oh, no. I feel like this is fake news. Let me try and find it a sec. Yeah, I'm not feeling the love. I feel like this is all lies. Anyone else who keeps spreading these fake news will be gone. Alonso's injured, check Sky. You're lying to me. I follow all these on Twitter. No one is tweeting about it. So unless you've got a good source, give up. Benteke or Gabbiadini? I think Gabbiadini, to be honest. Am I sure about... Yeah, let me just stick on that one a sec. I think for $1 million less, I prefer Gabbiadini. He's looked okay, to be honest. If you can get over the fact he only plays 70 to 80 minutes. Yeah, thoughts on Ibrahimovic? I suppose you haven't talked about it. I mean, really, there's not much to talk about. He's injured. He's not going to affect things. How will he affect things when he's fit? It depends on a lot of factors. Like, how's Lukaku been doing? How are the team doing in general? What fixtures have we got? I like the fact that he's back. I did love him last year. I mean, it's Zlatan Ibrahimovic, for Christ's sake. But I don't want him messing up what looks like a good thing right now. And it's only 2 games, but I feel like Lukaku offers a bit more. How nailed on is Yoshida? I think he's probably safer than Stevens, but let's wait and see, I suppose. With Ibra's personality, isn't he going to tread on Lukaku's toes in the dressing room? I don't think he will, to be honest. No, I don't think he will. I think he generally wants the team to do well. And yes, I think he'll want to play, but I think he knows Lukaku's the main man right now. I think we probably need someone like Zlatan in the dressing room, to be honest. We've got not many experienced players right now. Pogba kind of, I say, is like the life and soul of the dressing room, but they all get on with Ibra. Like Bailly does, Pogba do. You always see him like having a laugh and a joke. So I think it's good for Man United in general. He didn't really give up the 9x9 shit. I mean, he wasn't at the club when Lukaku signed. Oh, Paul Merson reckons Zlatan Ibrahimovic is... sorry, Man United are a better team without Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I find myself agreeing with Paul Merson. This can't be right. A view on Mark's plans to save the wildcard for Christmas. I mean, I said it on the Scoutcast, like... There's no point saving it because of rotation, because the players you bring in will be prone to rotation. But I kind of get like the logic about keeping it because there could be injuries and stuff. But like, again, I just use it when you need to use it, to be honest. That's what he said in his statement. He said Lukaku asked for. Oh, fair enough. Cheers, TFF. Abu Bakar. I probably really messed your name up there. Sorry. Yeah, exactly. Like I was thinking earlier. You know how like everyone says like we'll bring on Walcott against tired legs. I was thinking. Well, now we can bring on Ibra's tired legs against tired legs. Be awesome. See you later, Killian. Cheers for tuning in. Concerned about Daniel's price drop? I don't know. Past few seasons I've worried too much about prices, and then you transfer out a player just because of a price and then you regret it. I don't know. The thing about the Daniels drop is the two players I'm really looking at are Trippier, who's dropped as well, so the 0.5 million will still work. And then... Or Jones, and again, I can still afford it, but I would like to keep the 0.5 intact if possible, because at the start of the season it's more annoying when you can't afford someone. How much attention do I pay towards team value? So, like, honestly, I made the De Bruyne to Eriksen move when I did because of the prices. But I was going to make that move anyway, so I didn't do it just because of the prices. I just happened to do it at that point because of the prices. If that makes sense. So the price didn't make me make that transfer choice for that week. It just chose when I made the transfer in that week. If that makes any sense. How many points have we got? 123 at the moment. Just get Daniels out. Everyone is hating it. You just found it in your sub. Thank you very much. You just used your wildcard. Any key players? Kane, Eriksen or Ali, probably Trippier. Alonso being 7.1 basically makes you need a 7.5 million slot for him. Yeah, sort of. Well, it does kind of does right now, yeah. Which midfielder from Man United should you get? I mean, I like Mkhitaryan still, but Pogba is not a bad choice by any stretch of the imagination. We're now on 3,253 subs. So anyone that hasn't already subbed the stream around here, make sure you do. Anyone that hasn't liked the stream yet, if you're enjoying it, make sure you go and do that as well. We're going to read the polls out as well any minute. So if you haven't voted on the polls, top right hand corner there's the little I. Click that and vote on what we've got there, and I'll read them out in a minute. I mean, to be fair, if Alonso goes 7.1, I have to make an extra transfer to get him in. I mean, I'm never going to get him. Not to wildcard at least. I think the problem with Alonso and me not wanting him is because I haven't watched Chelsea properly this season. So that's what happened last year. I was just watching Chelsea and thought, how can I not have this guy in my team? He's just crazy. I haven't really... Obviously, I know he's still really good, but I've just not seen it in action. How often do I do this? So, the current plan is... On a normal week, now the problem with FPL is the dates when the football is kind of change. So sometimes it's on Friday, sometimes it's Saturday, sometimes it's international break, sometimes it's midweek games. But on a week where the game week ends on like a Sunday or Monday and then starts again on Saturday, I'm trying to do like a game week, no, a stream after the, oh, Big Ricey, of course you can be a moderator. A stream after the final game week. So it finished on a Sunday, it'll be Sunday or Monday. And then a game week 2 review, that'll be an offline video. Then a preview, that'll be offline as well. And then I usually do another, so I try to do 2 streams a week. One after the game week's just finished, where everything's kind of fresh and people are talking about what's just gone. And then one before the game week starts. So, like, I'm doing it this week on Thursday, but sometimes it'll be on a Friday. Just depends. Too early for a wild card. Depends how bad your team is. I think it's probably a bit earlier. Alonso's currently sitting waiting for corners and crosses. You have Eriksen and Ali, but no Kane. Look, it's working out right now, isn't it? So we'll have to see forward how that goes. But I've got a hope, or I'm hopeful that Kane's going to do really well. Alonso's last 10 free kicks are 3 goals, 6 posts or crossbar, and 1 miss. Are you sure? That sounds like fake news to me. Too early for a free hit, absolutely. What team do I support? Man United. Get Aguero in for this game week? Nah. If you've got him, great. I don't think you need to bring him in. Is it better to make your game week 4 transfers early for price rises or leave it for later? That really depends who you're getting rid of, who you're bringing in, whether they're going to have to play, etc. That's insane. If that is Alonso's last 10 free kicks, gotta get him in. How do I get him in though? I have to find 2 million to upgrade Dan. No, I have to find 1.5 million. Salah to Antonio. Salah to Antonio, Daniels to Alonso. What about that? For a -4 to bring Alonso in. That, yeah. No, I can't take a hit to bring them in. That's crazy. Or is it? Well, Antonio's got really nice fixtures. 7.5 million. I wonder if that's a bit expensive for him, though. Gabbiadini to Tammy Abraham. Daniels to Alonso. Oof. That could work. Nah, I'm not getting him. I think Antonio's good. He's going to get points. Just 7.5. Feel like he's more expensive than Willian Ramsey. Okay, it's because he's nailed when he plays, but yeah, I don't know. How many more minutes will I be live for? Probably at least another half an hour. That'll take me up to 11 o'clock. I don't have any other videos to make after this, I don't think. Unless it's a topic people think I should talk about. I've got a couple of ideas for videos to do over the international break. Just topics to talk about. Sanchez being one. Wildcards being another. Man City options being another. So a few videos to do. Instead of all the... because I can't do too many streams over the international break because there won't always be much to talk about. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I usually stream for about between 1.5 to 2 hours. Sometimes cut it short. It really depends. Like I've not got work tomorrow or anything, so it's handy. Yes, polls. It's your last chance to vote on the polls now. Top right hand corner, little eye. Click that. Make your vote. Happy days. Wow, another 10 subscribers as well. 3,261. I really want to hit 5k now. That'd be awesome. Bit far off that, I know, but... And 156 likes. Gotta get to 200 before the stream ends. Surely. If Messi or Ronaldo came to the Premier League, would there be any strategy? No, I just captain them every week. Seriously, every week. Especially Ronaldo. Okay, poll time. People have waited long enough for the polls. The polls. The polls? Let me just load them up a sec. Oh, 164 likes. We're going to get to 200 before the stream's over. Surely. 350 people watching as well. Okay, how many transfers are you going to make this week? 36% say 1. 30% say 2. And by the way, there's been nearly 250 votes. So 36% say 1. 30% say 2. 14% say I'm wildcarding. 10% say 0. And 8% are taking 3+. It's quite a lot. Will you wildcard before game week 4? 64% say no. 35% say they would. So they might be 35% might be wildcarding over the international break. How will you fund Sanchez? 63% say they're just going to go without. 14% say they're going to sell another big hitter. So to put that into context, I've put Kane and Lukaku on the list. So 14% sell another big hitter. 9% are going to sell Kane. It's never going to happen if he scores against Burnley. 8% they said they're just going to go for an uber cheap defenders/midfielders. And 5% are going to sell Lukaku. And then game week 3 captain. This one will be interesting, I think. Ooh, 59% say Harry Kane. Only 25% say Lukaku. 2% say a Man City attacker. And 12% say someone else. So I would guess a lot of the someone else is probably Eriksen. Eriksen or Ali. Anyway, some pretty interesting results. We'll do it again before the end of the stream. All in on Kane this weekend. Yep, I am. Does the FPL show a mark air on TV? I think it does in some countries, not in the UK though. No Trippier news yet. Yeah, no more mods at the moment. We'll see. We'll see later on. Calvert-Lewin underrated. I mean, he is 5 million. Played quite wide against Man City. Again, Everton, I'm just really waiting on. I don't feel a need to get on their players yet. My opinion on Spurs being linked to Barkley. Unless he's happy to play backup, Spurs do not need Barkley. How's it going, Kendon? YouTube trends all the way from East Africa. Thanks for tuning in. If Burnley keep a clean sheet, we're all stuffed. Yeah, we'll all be in the same boat though. Do I ever get hammered on the stream? I think I've probably got a little tipsy a few times. Not recently. Can you do a quick stream after the game? Yeah, I'll do one after the game. I feel like straight after the games, or the evening of the games, or the next day, people are... People still like to talk about it because or tune in because everything's fresh in their mind. They're all knee-jerk and etc. But like halfway through the international break, I won't stream because you're just waiting for answers at that point. It's not enough to talk about. So I'm going to try and do some offline videos. That's my plan anyway. So if there's any topics you want me to talk about. Also, I meant to say this at the top of the stream. So anyone that hates watching the whole stream, this is bad timing really. But what I know a lot of people want to see me do pre-submitted questions on the stream. Now I don't want to do that because I just like doing it how we're doing it now. Basically, that's what I enjoy. But I'm happy to do another video that I record offline with pre-submitted questions. But I need people to send me the questions. So I tweeted out today. I didn't really get many. But going forward, that might be an option. So there we go. Has the girlfriend made any subs? I think she's got rid of De Bruyne, but she hasn't told me who for. No, okay. So this is what happened on Twitter. The streams will not stop. At all. I think people think I'm going to do the video instead of streaming. What I'm looking at doing is both. So people who want to watch the short form video, they can. People who want to watch the streams, they can. Polls are pre-submitted questions. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I'm not stopping the stream, so don't panic about that. You should get Mark on the stream soon. I've asked him loads of times. Too late now. Yeah, so just for everyone at rest, streams are not stopping. The amount of streams are not stopping. It's just another avenue, basically, to do another video. We'll see if I can keep up. I've done quite a few videos this week. I could do it in place of the game week review that I do, the offline video, because I don't really know if that offers much, to be honest. I think people are really just waiting for the preview. Oh, I just realised I've got that. There we go. Your strengthens your spontaneity. Yeah, again, streams aren't stopping, so don't worry about that. Let's forget I mentioned it. Ever thought about streaming during Premier League games? I have, but one, not really around during the games most of the time. Not to stream anyway, and people wouldn't watch, to be honest. Like, who gonna watch? Like Jeff Stelling and Co, me, or the actual game? Like, I'm way down the list. Scoutcast probably won't be on next week. It'll probably be on the week after. They don't tend to do it during international break. Maybe add a quick review at the end of the start of the preview. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, no, I have one day maybe if everything falls together. Like, I don't know, the missus and the kid are away, then I might stream on a Saturday afternoon just to try it out. But I don't have any plans to do that or to do it regularly. It's just not a good day. How do I keep up with the scores when I'm away? I got a phone, so I'm never off. I've actually mentioned this a few times, actually. It's looking very likely that I'm going to be moving house soon. And the internet is going to be far worse than it is here. I'm hoping it's not bad enough that I can't stream. You have to see. I'm going from... Right now I'm on like a up to 240 megabyte connection. Fibre. I'm going to go to just normal broadband through the phone line. Up to 12 megabytes. I don't know if it's going to let me stream. But we'll see. What do I use? Flash Score or Twitter? I use Twitter, to be honest. I find like there's always someone tweeting out, like watching it and then tweeting out. I do that when I'm watching a game. I'll tweet it out. You should talk more on the Scoutcast. Yeah, it's not always easy though. Don't tend to come. It's upload speed for streaming. Yeah, that's the problem. I only know what the download is. The upload could be awful. The thing is, I'm not like it's not like I'm streaming games. Like I'm just streaming some chat, a still image, and my webcam. So I don't know. We'll see. Not a chance. 12 megabytes per second will be enough. It might be. I don't know. Yeah, to be honest, there's no option. There's no option to get better in that. Otherwise, I would. I'd pay whatever for it, to be honest. Yeah, new logo's up. I kind of messed around with the background a bit. I don't know. I need to do something a bit different with the background, but I don't really know what yet. I just haven't had time to mess around with it. It'd be nice to have borders around all the squares, but I figure like I said last time, I figure people aren't watching me for the graphics, because if they were, I wouldn't have any subscribers, so we'll see. How can I move to a house with bad internet? It's my worst nightmare. I know there's a lot of other circumstances to why I'm moving. Trust me. Yeah, look, it's just, we'll see what happens. I'd love to be able to upgrade. I am getting a better house. That's the thing. I'm just getting a better house in a worse location. Yeah, someone designed the logo for me. I really like it. I think it's really cool. How do I get to be a regular on a scout on the Scoutcast? Well, to be honest, I filled in 1 week, and then I never left. Why do I display the chat bar? Because a lot of people watch after the stream. They like to see the chat. I try to read out the question before I answer it, just in case people are just listening in. But, yeah, should be okay. Oh, sorry, people like it on there. Oh, Ben, don't rub it in. I'm moving to bigger, semi-detached. I'm in terrace right now. Plus, it's my first house. Like, I will own a house. Right now, I'm renting. So that's kind of why I'm going there. But, much worse internet because it's out of town. Any pubs nearby with good Wi-Fi you can shoot? Nah, it's Wi-Fi. 12 megabyte internet is not like... I mean, people are acting like it's kind of... I don't know, back to dial-up. It's not the end of the world. Wherever I can stream it, I don't know, but... When I'm streaming at 1080p, which, again, doesn't matter, really, for what I'm doing. So I could stream lower. I don't know. I don't think it's an absolute guarantee I won't be able to stream. With comments like the Rashford one. I know that Rashford comment was not picked up on. Girlfriend lives in the countryside. No shots within 20 minutes. Their internet's fine. Yeah, 12 megabyte. Like, yeah, but it's up to 12 megabyte. It could be anything lower than that, so we'll see. Like, for doing normal stuff, it's fine. Streaming's a bit different matter, but we'll see. Let's not talk about it too much more now. It's not guaranteed yet, so... We'll see. As soon as better internet comes in, I will be paying for it straight away. Am I going to the theatre of draws this year? Nice. My dad's PowerPoint joke was funny. Yeah, that was class, to be honest. My new detached bungalow is 30 seconds from a pub. Very nice. If you can't stream, I'll personally connect a fibre cable from your house all the way to my very own new internet company. Nice. Hey, look, if you all donate, like, how many people are watching right now? 370. If you all donate €1,000, and I can get a house in a better location. How about that? €1,000. I'll have the best internet money can buy. Just all go on the super chat now. Super chat down the bottom. Donate €1,000. Sorted. Better house. All in. Have we done any drunk FPL transfers? Probably not, to be honest. Not too many. Captain Eriksen, Firmino, or Mane? Eriksen for me. Move back to Western, yeah. Thoughts on the long-term Moreno? I mean, Robertson's got to start ahead of Moreno, hasn't he? Surely. He's a better defender, and I'd say he's almost an equal attacker, if not better. He's got a hell of a cross on him. Why don't you put someone that won't play in your starting 11, so whoever does best on your bench gets subbed on? Yeah, but it's a bit of a risk, isn't it, that someone like Long... I don't know, that he comes on. There we go, €1. Now all we need now is like €369,999, and we're sorted. Cheers, Sacked. And that's it. The house, I can cancel my other mortgage application. Boom. Get a house where I want it, where there's good internet. And now we're on 100 megabytes, I wish. Am I going to do Fantasy Champions League? Nah, not really. So it's the problem with... Actually, no, it'd be international breaks. There wouldn't be Champions League, would there? Yeah, no, I'm still not doing it, though. Don't be doing that. How's it going, Creason? You have 1 million in the bank. Would I consider Lukaku to Kane for captain? Nah, not sure I would. What's up, Andy? Glad you're back. I haven't gone anywhere. But how's it going, Ronnie? You changed the logo, yeah. Got a bit of a rebrand going on. There's going to be a bit more to that as well, I think. I don't know, Twitter handles and whatnot, but we'll see. Radar. What do I do in my job? Just community management stuff. Type stuff. Who do I plan on bringing in for game week 4? Do you know what? Honestly, I have no one. No specific person that I really want. If I've got 2 free transfers, like I said earlier, I could possibly do Sanchez in. But if I go Sanchez to Trippier or Jones, then really there's no one I kind of got my eye on. Salah to go, maybe, but I don't know. For now, I'll probably just keep him. Yeah, exactly. I can't not move for internet speeds, although I tell you now, there's some places around, not where I live right now, but not very far out of town, where they're like on mast. Like there's a queue to get on the mast to get internet. It's like small villages and stuff with like 100 people on the mast. They can't fit any more people on. So I got a mate at work that just can't get. He has to have like 4G on a dongle or whatever. Look, you're preaching to the choir when you tell me about fibre optic. I know, I just can't get it. So anyway, won't talk about internet anymore. I think it's probably bored people enough at this point. Cheers, Matthew. I'll see you next time. Saints defence is losing appeal to you now, but how can it? I mean, maybe if they don't keep a clean sheet this week, but we'll see. They might get one against Huddersfield, and if they do, that's it then. 2 and 3 clean sheets. What could you not like? Keep or sell Richie. It depends who you're selling him for, but I'd be tempted to keep. Still got some okay fixtures. You really think Kane will outscore Lukaku this week and is definitely a better captain option? Yeah, I think he will too. Does the new Watford attacker signed today impact on Richarlison? I think they play on opposite sides, to be honest. So it should be okay. But I gotta be honest, I don't know a huge amount about them. Overestimating Saints defensive with double up, maybe, but like I say, if they get a clean sheet against Huddersfield, then I'm laughing again, aren't I? So we'll see. Will I be watching the All Ireland final? Probably not. If it's on, or I happen to be in, or I'm in a pub or something and it's on, then I'll watch it. But no specific plans to watch it, to be honest. Not really my thing. We're on 190 likes, so anyone who hasn't liked the stream already, if you are enjoying it, we really appreciate it if you go and hit that button. Let's get to 200 before the stream's even over. And if you are new around here, don't forget to hit that sub button. We're on 3,270 now. I think that's about 40 subs we gained tonight, which is awesome. Invest in the green screen. Yeah, that'd be cool, actually. I'd like a green screen. See you later, Trev. Cheers for tuning in. Boom, 204. You absolute legends. Watch the Scoutcast today. Do you know more than Pep? Yeah, I think I do. Bloody Pep. should sell Bertrand for Blind. I mean, I got 0.5 million in the bag. I could do Daniels to Blind. Bertrand, honestly, is the least of my worries right now. If you think, in my opinion, if you look at my team and think Bertrand's the one to go, that's such a luxury move. I think Stevens, Daniels, Gabbiadini, they should all go. Whatever, they should all go first. Cheers, Espen. There we go. Now we only need like 369. NOK is like Norwegian money, I think. He really wants to be a mod. He really wants to be a mod. You just earn money by sitting there. Working out the currency rate. No, I just assumed that NOK is... Well, he said earlier he was Norwegian. Liverpool and United midfield is a must. I think... Why do I need money? To buy a house. We were discussing this. I need a better house in a better location so I can have good internet. But yeah, I appreciate that. It's really cool of you. I don't need money, but I'll be honest with you. A few people, a couple of times this season, and quite a few times last season, asked me if there was a way to donate. So, because they just like watching it. So there you go. That's an option that's on YouTube. You don't have to. I'm not asking for money. I know quite a few people do that. They're asking for money, sports streams and stuff, but I haven't. I mentioned it once as a joke, I think, to buy me a house. But hey, look, I'm still waiting for that 370 grand. The neck beard needs more work. I know. Need a shave, to be honest. Points and rank after 2 game weeks meaningless. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not bothered about my rank. I mean, I put my rank in the videos because I will continue to do that all year. But yeah, you're right. If I win FPL, we will pressure the Premier League into getting me a new house. Who writes articles? Name the scout. The scout, I guess. Am I living in a motel? No. I mean, to be fair, these do kind of look like motel blinds, I suppose. If you're watching the films and whatnot. But to be honest, I'm in a rented house, so like, I would never have these in my own house, but you don't pay money to upgrade someone else's house. What do you get if you win FPL? I haven't even checked the prizes this year, to be honest. You get to, it's usually like tickets for a match or something. I mean, yeah, no, I don't want to speak about internet speed anymore. Nearly did then. And we're thinking about putting Cedric in for Stevens. I'm not, to be honest. I mean, what I'd like if I had unlimited transfers is Stevens and Daniels to Jones and Trippier. I mean, I'm happy to have double Southampton defence at the moment, but I'm also happy about losing that eventually. Good, enjoy it, Ben, it's good. Cheers for tuning in and for all the, helping me out earlier. I got 2 less points than you, ouch. Cheers, Matthew, appreciate that. God, you're a season ticket, you lucky man. I went to a couple of games in like a single season the other day, it was awesome, but I just haven't been since. I'd really like to again at some point. Am I considering bringing in Ibra? Yeah, maybe at some point, but not for now. He's injured, right? So it's not even worth talking about, really. Oh, Sally, you're manager of the month. Nice. League name is Let's Talk FPL. The code should be in the description below the video. Should you keep or sell Kolasinac? To be honest, with the fixtures they've got upcoming, I've actually looked at the Arsenal defence. I actually checked how much Bellerin was, because I thought he was 6 million, but I checked on the off chance he's 5.5, because they got really nice fixtures coming up. So I wouldn't be getting rid of Kolasinac, I don't think. Who do I cheer in? Mayweather and McGregor? Definitely Mayweather. Definitely McGregor. Sorry. Oh god, the whole of Ireland's gonna hate me now. I support Man United. Would you drop De Bruyne right now if you had him? Well, I actually dropped De Bruyne for Eriksen this week, so yeah. See you later, Fozzie. Cheers as always, my man. Okay, people, last chance to vote on the polls now. Top right hand corner, little eye. Let's go through the polls before we shut off for the night. 220 likes, awesome. If you haven't liked already, give it a thumbs up. Let's see if we can get to 250 before the stream ends. And let's also check the amount of subs. So we've got 3,276 now. So I think that's nearly 50 gain this stream, which is awesome. Which team does Mark support? Nottingham Forest. Where am I from in England? Near Bristol. Should just take out De Bruyne from Morata? Well, that's not a straight swap, so you must be taking out other players. West Brom just signed a new winger. Who's that then? I must have completely missed that. Oh wow, apparently Mbappe is a done deal. Jesus, I see in a tweet here, right? According to a reported wage bill, Dele Alli earns 50 grand a week. Sissoko earns 95. That cannot be right. Even Son is... Oh, Ali will get a new contract soon, surely. What do I think of Man United's Champions League group? Decent. What do I think about Game Week 4? We'll probably wait until Game Week 4 before we start worrying about those transfers, I think. I got good feeling about Atsu this week. I feel like he deserves a goal. I mean, obviously I'm completely biased when I say stuff like that. Not even going to pretend otherwise. Okay. Let me check the polls. See you later, Daniel. Cheers for tuning in. Cheers to everyone for tuning in. We've been up and over 350 people watching again for like most of the stream, which is awesome. In fact, it's a bit ridiculous. I really thought numbers were going to drop off after the season. Obviously, you know, we were up to 600 on the stream before, but that was never going to continue. But to get over 350 watching every stream now, it's really cool. So I appreciate that. Okay, let's have a look at the polls. So, how many transfers this week? So, we're up over 300 votes at this point. So, 36% say 1, 28% say 2, 15% say that they're wildcarding, 11% say they're making no transfers, and 7% say they're making 3+. Will you wildcard before game week 4? So 63% say no and 36% say yes. So again, that would be basically wildcarding over the international break. How will you fund Sanchez? 62% reckon they're going to go without. When we do that poll again after he scored 2 goals versus Liverpool, that will be completely different. The amount of wildcards that will be pressed will be insane. 14% say they're going to sell another big hitter. 9% say they're selling Kane. 8% say they're going for an uber cheap defensive midfield. And 5% said they'd get rid of Lukaku. So that hasn't changed that much. Even though we've had nearly 100 more votes. And then game week 3 captains. So Kane is 59%. 26% say Lukaku. 11% say someone else. Again, I'd say that's probably like Eriksen, etc. Maybe Eriksen, Mkhitaryan, Pogba. And then 2% say Man City. Have I not heard the big news? No, I don't think so. Tottenham decided Ronaldo straight swap for Sissoko. Sanchez for Kane, end of. Nah, I don't think that's the right choice. We'll see. Let's see what Kane can do against Burnley. We'll reassess. I think what I've really enjoyed so far, there's been loads to talk about. I mean, there usually is at the start of the season, but I think there's so many options. There's been loads to talk about, and I think the international break is going to be crazy. All we need is I don't even think we need a brace from Sanchez to make everyone want him. We're basically going to need a goal and a good game. Even an assist and a really good game. Yeah, I saw Sigurdsson's guy. I retweeted it. No panic. I'm all over that. Right, people. We've been going for an hour and a half. I think I'm going to leave it there. If you haven't already, if you didn't, like I said, I've said it a few times, if you enjoyed the stream, do give it a thumbs up. It'd be really appreciated. If everyone could do that on the way out, that'd be awesome. We're nearly at 250 now, so to get to that before the stream's over would be awesome. If you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe. Getting up to the 3,300 mark. I only passed 3,000 a couple of days ago, so again, that's crazy. Appreciate everyone that subbed, liked, all that good stuff. I was going to say crap then. But all that good stuff. And I hope you have a awesome Game Week 3. I just hope it's not as good as mine, because I'm going to win this thing this year. If I do make another transfer, I will tweet about it. There's a high chance that Daniels goes for Jones or Trippier. We'll see what happens with that. Otherwise, I'm just going to stick with what I've got now. Thanks to all the new mods as well, and all the old mods. I know there was a lot of crap to clean up tonight, so appreciate the help with that, because I would have just been stuck doing that all night otherwise. So it was great to have you guys do it, and to people that donated, awesome. Put that money in the bank to upgrade my internet at some point. Anyway, that's it for me. Go and hit that like button. Go and hit the subscribe button. Go and follow me on Twitter. And I will see you in the next stream. Good night, people.